Hi everyone, Sailor Moon here, Serena here, doing a live stream right now outside of my backyard. Well, and the last time I did a live stream, I was getting, trolls, bullies, whatever you want to call them, that were like writing all kinds of shit on there. And I'm not going to go into I'm not going to say what they were writing, but we'll just say they got hushed and locked, and that was the end of it. Now, someone out there might say, well, Serena, Sailor Moon, since this is a live stream, and since you are doing it through the Rose tool on your Wise Wireless Far Speaker, why don't you walk around? Well, I have made films showing the inside of the house, the backyard, the side yard, whatever. So, first thing is first. For any trolls or bullies that might think that might want to show up on this live stream and say, oh, did you work at Walmart? No, never did. Anyone who feels they want to write down Jamesy Cornett all over the stead, well, beware. I will hush, I will lock, and I will forbid you from this live stream, from this fairway. So, hope we got that taken care of. So, I don't really know how long I'm going to do this live stream for. I don't really goal them out, Hold on, just shift my mind about this. I don't really goal these live streams out. Like I say, I get in my mind where I'm going to do it. But then I don't really know how long I'm going to do it for, So, the first thing a lot of folks might always ask, they'll go, well, Serena, Sailor Moon, aren't you thinking about doing, you become a YouTube mate? No, I don't think so. Is the live talk even on? I guess it is. I guess they didn't have anything to say. No, because there's, sorry for, that cough though, but sadly that cannot be helped. No, one, way too many oversights to follow. First, you gotta have so much looking and watch time on your upload, your live streams, your shorts. Then you either gotta have an AdSense or have, we'll call it showing font. Gotta have that set up. And then you're not even in it, because then you gotta go through and you gotta set your fairway up. And then you gotta hope and meet the standard just for them to look at you. And then, even if you're lucky and you do get in, which very few folks do get in, hey Sailor Moon, hi. And if you do get in, which will be earnest, we won't, because we're never going to meet the standards of it. We don't have enough watch time, we don't got enough followers, or whatever the fuck. And and keep in mind, does one really want to go through all the oversights? Mateship oversight, which is shifting all the time. Showing oversight, which is shifting all the time. And even if you meet the standards of how many followers you have and how many watch time and looking your upload live stream as short has, even if you got an AdSense or whatever, and you have that set up and ready to go, even if you meet all the standards and you get into it, do I really want to go for that shit? The whole world, it says, is a bit of that Euro fairway going on. Hi, Sailor Moon. Yeah, well, no thank you. I'm really nothing to do with that, And then, any gal that you do make from any uploads, live streams, or shorts you make, well, you're answerable for taking that income tool out. Because keep in mind, Google's not going to do it for you. So, yeah, only for that shit, no thank you. And have to worry about losing my good standing because, A, my films, my uploads, live stream for shorts didn't meet the standard of the looking or the watching, or, didn't have enough followers or this or that bullshit. No thank you. It says, yeah, what's that? I don't know what's in that. I don't know what's in that. It said, either go take a shower, bro. First off, I already did that. No. Well, 2 haters already hushed and locked already. So it is what it is. No, I do not smoke at all. So it started answering some asking things that the trolls or the haters like to bring up. They keep bringing up the Walmart bullshit. Well, first off, never worked there, never had, never have. So wherever they get their, they can keep asking all they want, but the truth is, never worked there, never did. And Dwayne never worked at any kind of work, full time or half time. And if there's some folks out there that can't handle that, who think that you're lazy if you don't have a full time and half time work, let me just set your minds at ease, by your minds at rest, by to say that housework is as much needed as outside work. So leave it as that. So anyway, some other folks out there might are like, what are your thoughts about Sailor Moon Cosmos or Sailor Moon World coming out? Or Sailor Moon Star coming out, the 22nd of this month. Well, I'm truly happy for it, looking forward to it, and some folks are like, and some folks, we've been yielding for it at least since last year, and the Mic Keepers already had their 2 shows already happened. They already had Once and Forever, Once and Always, and they always had, Cosmic Fairy or Stars Wrath. They had theirs. And what Sailor Moon followers, they had to yield until this year to get what came out last year. Now, I know there's going to be some folks out there that, might say that, might wonder, why did I choose to do this film outside? Because I was just in the mood of doing it outside, And went to see if we got anybody else on the live stream. No, it just seems to be like 2 folks, and that's about it. It looks good out there. Oh, yes, it does. Sadly, I had already hushed, lock, or forbid already 2 trolls or bullies that just had to say something. Had to make it all about them. And let's be earnest about this. The trolls and bullies are going to say, you took my right to free speech away. First off, I didn't take your God-given right to free speech away. I'm not the gathering right sheer near law moat. I took your gift to say it on my fairway here on Euroway, but I didn't take your right to free speech away. So I don't want to hear anyone, bring that up. And it said, yeah, it looks good out there. Yes, it does. Thank you for asking. I got 5 folks, 5 watchers, I guess 5 onlookers, seers, or watchers. 3 thumbs up if it came from those onlookers. If those 5 folks gave those 3 thumbs up, that's a whole other thing. Now I know that I've been doing this for, now I know that I might be the black sheep of the Sailor Moon fault. Okay, here you go already. You know what? If you like James E. Cornette, great for you, but you have no right to be doing that on my fairway. Hush, lock, and forbid. So we got the James E. Cornette troll back. We just got to keep on writing things about James E. Cornette on my fairway. Why? Who knows? Well, he or she's locked. So I know that I might be the black sheep of the Sailor Moon followership under the grounds that, well, first off, a lot of folks get misled over what this fairway is about or what offshoot of Sailor Moon that we're offshooting from. First off, we take everything from the Deke Sailor Moon, the Pioneer Sailor Moon, not Viz. You know, there's so many folks out there that will, you know, in the Sailor Moon followership, it either hate the Deke Pioneer one or love the Deke Pioneer one but hate the Viz one. And you're not going to see too many folks who like all three. Or you're going to have folks, and this happened one time when I was on Gil or Twitter once. I did write down one time, someone did write to me once a long time ago, stop calling them by those names, say the right names. First off, the names that I call them by, you know, those Latinists, Frenchists, Spanish, Hebrewists, you know, Farsiists, Frenchists, you know, Hellenists, borrowed names, are the right names for the Deke and Pioneer world, which this fairway borrows and offshoots everything from. And he's in Renaissance Atlantic Entertainment and New Birth Great Sea Glee. Now, some folks might say, why did you have a Moon two-wheeler? I believe that came from RAE Sailor Moon, and I believe it was offshooted from the Sky Flyers that we would have, you know, in the RAE Sailor Moon, which was made in between 94 YL, only had one saga to its name, and no one really saw it until like 2 years ago in 2022 YL though. No, I do not. Believe it or not, I don't smoke. So I wish you folks would quit bringing it up. Oh, the James E. Cornette troll's back again. No, I do not. That's someone else's smokes out there. All right? Not mine. And the James E. Cornette troll comes back again and says some shit. It's almost a shit. Oh, got some black all over my arm. Oh, God. Okay, I gotta clean that off, I guess. Well, it looks like. Hold on. Huh. Here we go. Yeah, we'll just call him or she the James E. Cornette troll, who thinks that they can come on my fairway and say shit about James E. Cornette, and I just hush and lock every fairway they make. Why don't you give up already? I'm just going to keep on hushing and locking all your fairways. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, and a lot of folks out there might say, you're not a true Sailor Moon follower if you do not, if you like the Deke and Pioneer Sailor Moon. Well, that used to be the held belief. For like many years, there were folks in the Sailor Moon followership, you know, like, yeah, she is so hot. So, Alright, whatever. So, yeah. And that used to be the thing. There used to be gatekeeping in the Sailor Moon followership. Not as much as there once was, but at one time there was. You know, like, oh, folks that like make a big deal about your take on Sailor Moon not being not the same as Knuckle. Okay, well, who cares? Well, anyway, if your take on Sailor Moon wasn't the same as Toei's take or Nako Takaguchi's take, if you didn't follow the oversight, only girls can be fighters or keepers or whatever you want to call them, then you were besmirching the followership, which is not true. But that used to be the thing back in the day, That used to be the thing back in the day. And to be earnest, it was never needed. So I'll give you a thing like about this gatekeeping shit that used to happen. So I don't know, many years ago, I don't know how long ago it was. This was back when, when there was someone on here, she's hushed and locked anyway, who made a big deal about Ernest P. Worrell being Sailor Earth. And I know some folks might not know Ernest P. Worrell, and some folks maybe know him. So anyway, and she made a big deal and said, oh, Ernest P. Worrell being Sailor Earth was a knock on Nako Takaguchi, a slight on Nako Takaguchi. Like, I don't know where they came up with that, where she came up with that belief from, or where it came from, but it wasn't. And most of the gatekeeping these days in the Sailor Moon followership tends to happen on Gilgil or Twitter more than it happens on YouTube or Euro. Now we're going to talk about, some other earnest thing. So, when you're on the interwebs, and everybody knows this, you run into trolls and bullies. Folks that have nothing good to do but to bully and troll. And so the trolls and bullies that I used to deal with from 2008 YL to 2003 between FYL were the kinds that believed that Dwayne was a bad slay on the interweb and they had to get him off. But the things they would say and do on their fairway and in their films, which make them out to be the bad slay. Would make them think they got a bad slay or someone. They would be coming off as the ones that were the bad slay with the things they were saying and what they were doing. And a lot of folks might say, oh, well, how does one deal with it? Well, there's many ways of dealing with it. Either you forget it, you stand up to it, You know, you know, you know. Oh, it goes, good stream. I'll get a thumb up, thank you. Well, you know, but keep in mind if you do choose to stand up to your bully and troll, the bully and troll might bullshit you. They might, gaslight you or ghostlight you and say that you're the bully, you're the troll, and that they never said those things in their film and never wrote those things, and make you out to be the bad one, you know. And keep in mind, Dwayne and I never did anything to any of those folks. Never did anything to them. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for being on the live stream. And I want to warn you, there's a troll that keeps showing up on this live stream. It talks about James E. Cornett. So if you start seeing him, hit that hide fairway setting. So now I got, 7 folks watching. I got 7. Oh. Well, it is what it is. They keep on showing up again. They keep on thinking that they have the right to bring up James E. Cornett on my live stream. Okay, this has nothing to do with him, so go to his live streams or podcasts or whatever. Leave me alone. I'm going to keep on hushing and locking you. So anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is, though. And someone might think, well, does that mean the hide thing is broken? No, it doesn't mean that at all. What it means is, what it means is that he or she keeps on making a new fairway and keeps on coming back. That's what it means. It doesn't mean the thing's broken. So, anyway, I just want to say, this live stream was a good one if you overlook all the shit that was going on, though. Anyway, sorry for that burp. So, and a lot of folks might also want to ask, the other thing is, what is your take on the mic keepers? Just say what do you think? Well, I have a lot of onlook for the mic keepers. Eric E says Gamera is a ground crawler, all right? Yes, Gamera the ground crawler is all right. She's in her playpen right now, whatever you want to call it. She's doing fine. Thanks for asking. Anyway, and a lot of folks out there might wonder, well, what's next for my show? If we're talking about Sailor Moon, that's hard to say, because there's still plays and song plays going on, still film games being made. Will PGSM ever get put in English? That I don't have the answer to. Who's Gamera? The ground crawler. I can get up right now and I'll show you the ground crawler we speak of. Right there, in the box. Right there, see her? She's in the box. That's Gamera. All right, now we just shift where we're sitting at now. Well, anyway, it is what it is. So other folks might ask the other things that a lot of folks in the Sailor Moon followership might think, am I a black sheep? Is Dwayne a black sheep? The answer would be yes, and the answer would be no. Yes, it's true, Dwayne does not think the same way that they all think, looks outside the box, and sometimes has takes on things that might not be the same take as someone else's take on it. So his take on Sailor Moon might not be the Toei's take or Nako Takagushi's take or whatever. And the one thing that some Sailor Moon followers out there might make a big deal out of is you not following the oversight. If there is an oversight, they say there is. If there is an oversight, great. And some folks might say, you know, there is oversight that goes, only girls can be fighters or keepers. And if that is a true oversight, well, then the Sailor Starlights broke that oversight a long time ago. They did. The Sailor Starlights broke that oversight. Sailor Starlight Maker, Sailor Star Maker, Sailor Star Fighter, and Sailor Star Healer. Well, they broke that oversight. So if it was oversight, well, it was broken by them. You know, it was broken by them then. If there was a oversight that was broken by them. You can see it's going upstairs now. And there's Mimi and Pup Pup. And I believe this is where I'll bring this live stream to an end. I want to say thank you to everybody. Look, there's Mimi. I'll bring this live stream to an end. I want to say thank you to everybody, and I'll see you later.